What's going on, y'all? Brother Doug here. So, yesterday, March 26th, I was invited to a special screening at the Metreon to watch a little movie called Ready Player One, directed by one of my favorite visionaries of all time, Steven Spielberg. Spielberg did not disappoint one damn bit. So, a full disclosure, I've never read the book, but now I want to. So, as I do with all my reviews, I share what I liked, what I disliked, and just my overall opinion. So without further ado, let's blow the cartridge and get started. Only 80s and 90s kids would get that. I just want to talk about the visuals. You know, when the main kid, Wade Watts, whose his username is Percival, enters into the Oasis, just the visuals are just stunning, man. And ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, who does like the Marvel movies, Star Wars, Transformers, you know, the visual effects. Because on some scenes, I will forget that, oh, yeah, that's right, CGI. Because on some scenes, I'll forget that the characters are CGI. Like, oh, yeah, that's right, that's right. But I said it before and I'll say it again. CGI has come a mighty long way. What else I like? I like the nostalgia of the movie. You know, you see all the characters that you grew up with, whether you grew up in the 80s and 90s, like Iron Giant, Gundam, Sonic, some of the Looney Tunes, Roger Rabbit, Street Fighter, Batman, Superman. I'm just listing all the Easter eggs that I pointed out. If there's some more, you know, definitely let me know in the comments. I mean, the visuals alone just made me want to go to the Oasis, you know? So I rarely say this about movies, you know. I judge movies on their merit and not really their color or, you know, gender most of the time. But man, the female representation in this movie was phenomenal. Like, you know, it seemed I was more interested in the female characters than I was the male characters. You know, like Wade and his Asian friends. I was more interested in, you know, the female villain. You know, the one the corporate dudes. Shit, I don't know her name, but she fine as hell. She's also going to be the main villain in Ant-Man and the Wasp. She's playing the Ghost, but she fine as fuck. She can whip my ass any day. I liked Olivia Cook's character. I love Lena Waith's tongue twister there. I like Lena Waith's character. Yeah, H. Helen. And fun fact about Lena Waith, she and I share the same birthday, May 17th. So hey, on a side note, but still related to Lena Waith, if you guys haven't seen that show, The Shy, what you're missing out. Now to piggyback on what I was saying about the female representation, my thing is I loved how they didn't really over sexualize them. They played main parts. You know, they were critical. They were crucial to the main storyline. You know, they weren't just objects. You know, like on these big blockbuster movies, the women are always, you know, damsels in distress or just there for sex objects or for eye candy. Now, you know, anything Spielberg touches turns to gold, so I don't really have to mention the storytelling and his direction. So, you know, that's an automatic pass. Like, come on, man, it's Spielberg. Like, this is the main Hollywood titan. You don't want to fuck with Steven Spielberg. That's one rule everybody knows in Hollywood. When Steven Spielberg asks you to do something, you say yes. So I have two favorite scenes. Let's see. Let's go in order. The first favorite scene was the race. The first time Z did the race, went through all the obstacles, like getting chased by the T-Rex in Jurassic Park, or the King Kong attacking and, you know, kind of disrupting the track. Just that whole race, the feel. I definitely encourage you all to go see this movie in IMAX and in 3D at that most. You know, I'm not really a big advocate for 3D, but this movie was well worth the price of admission. But I saw it for free, so that's different. And my second favorite scene was the scene where they all had to, where the main characters had to go through a level that was based off the movie The Shining, and Z, or not Z, H, Lena Waithe's character Helen, was clueless to the movie. She didn't know some of the clues. Granted, I'd never seen The Shining either, and she hasn't either. She's like, hey, I never seen The Shining. What happens on this? What happens in this movie? You know, I don't like scary movies, and I don't like scary movies either. So, and I still haven't seen The Shining to this day, but I still know the famous line, you know, that here's Johnny. And I met him too, Jack Nicholson, last year. All right, so the dislike. The only thing I really didn't like about this movie was the romance. I felt like it was kind of forced, but you didn't really have a downright connection to it. It was just like, you know, typical big blockbuster movie romance. You know, where the main character falls for the girl. You know, the main character is kind of a klutz, but the hot chick winds up falling in love with the klutz, and, you know, just a typical Hollywood trope. So overall, I give Steven Spielberg's Ready Player One 5 out of 5, just like I did Black Panther. That's 2 for 2 now. You know, Avengers comes out in 1 month, so. Alright, so if you entered the Oasis, what character would you be and why? Who would I be? I think you know what character I would be, right? I don't even gotta say it. This is all I gotta do. So other than that, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and like always, deuces.